Last year, some of us presented at our second Ask You conference on the topic of student gamers. This presentation showcased Net Generation digital native students who were passionate about games. Also during this presentation, we showcased a few game titles which these students were interested in and outlined why they were drawn to these games. Some of the things we discovered from our interviews and from the Q&A session we held afterwards was a relationship between why people play games and their benefits that could be potentially applied towards education. The students we interviewed enjoyed the games they played because instead of being mindless, they were engaging, immersive, provided motivation, required analytical thinking, communication, and collaboration. So this year, we want to delve deeper into why games might be beneficial in education. In other words, the purpose of this video is to explore the question, why games? Covering the benefits of games, as well as outlining some of the potential we see in complex games used for an educational purpose.
First-person shooters are my best games to play. I mean, I roll at them.
I usually play arcade, puzzle, and strategy games. I've played shooting games, but they're not my thing.
Games like Gary's Mod, where you can you gotta have the freedom to build or attach anything you want.
I like to play all sorts of games. I like to get a good range of them, so I wouldn't say that I play one more than any of the other.
I usually prefer to play first-person shooters, real-time strategy games, classic arcade games, and puzzle games.
I like to construct my own game, and games like that give me the creativity and freedom to do that.
Usually what draws me to these games is cool graphics, engaging storyline, and interesting gameplay dynamics.
In The Sims, I just like to play that game because of the, you get to create your character how you'd want them to be, and then you get to live them out, and you can do whatever you want. You don't have to worry about messing up, or, you can mess up if you want to see what would happen.
See, full auto, the game, going back in time is pretty useful in that game because let's say I mess up, I get blown up, in one lane, okay? So I rewind time, I can go into another lane of traffic and dodge that bomb.
Some of the sandbox games like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Gary's Mod, the open-endedness draws me to it.
You don't have to worry about picking up just this huge book about how it plays and stuff like that. I mean, there are more complicated controls, but you can pick up the basics, and then once you go from there, you kind of learn the rest of them through experience.
And then they have objects that you can buy, and you want to make money so you can get the bigger ones and see how cool they are.
I think the harder something is and the more work you have to put into it, it really makes it rewarding when you complete that objective.
Teaming is extremely important because you pretty much can't get anything done in the game without working with somebody else.
You need to work as a team, like in Counter-Strike, to deliver the bomb and to stop the counter-terrorists. But if you don't work as a team, you're gonna get blown up or killed. So basically, the game is mainly about teamwork.
That's really rewarding, knowing that it could have been one mistake could have ended the game.
Well, like in a first-person shooter game, like the feedback I get is like, did I shoot this person wrong? Am I, should I stand this way? Should I use this kind of gun?
And as far as feedback goes, when you die, that's pretty immediate feedback.
Some of these games could be used commercially off the shelf. Some of them might not be quite there yet, but I see a lot of potential in a lot of these games.
I think Age of Empires 3 would be very useful in maybe history classes to show not just wars, I know that's what it's really about, but you could look at the culture, the way they work, and who are important to certain types of cultures.
Half-Life 2 with Gary's Mod can be used for visualizing physics simulations. It doesn't have a whole lot of mathematics involved with it, but it can help you see what's happening in a physics situation.
I've had good and bad classes, as anyone would have in college. The classes that I like the least are ones where, it is called a lecture, but a lecture can be so much more.
When I start playing a game, I like there to be some instruction. But also, when there's too much instruction, it sort of takes away the fun because it's good to know that you found that out by yourself.
Those are the games that we need out there. If we can have more of those games and show audiences, younger and older, to say, here are some educational games, they're fun, they're not just shooting people and running around crazy.
This video represents the state and potential of where games are currently as great instructional tools. Admittedly, there is more work that needs to be done. However, we hope that this video has opened a dialogue into the application of games used for instruction.